Hope everybody is having a good day. We're really excited about the week. We've been working really hard to continue to progress, continue to install our system, continue to put our players in as many positions as we can. With practice, it's always a little bit monotonous this time of year. And how can we continue to keep them engaged, continue to improve? I think our practice guys have really set the tone for us this year as far as giving us a dynamic that maybe in years past we haven't been as ready to go with them, but we have a lot of experience on our practice squad. So love what this team and this group of people every day are trying to accomplish, and looking forward to a big weekend. And also, as we head into SEC Media Day next week, it's an exciting time to play.
This is year 10 for you here at Alabama. Just talk about your experiences here, and one memory that just sticks out to you from your time.
Well, I think it's hard to just think about one because, it's been the journey from, the early days at Foster to being able to move the program forward and be back in Coleman. And now where we're at in a position night in and night out. You look at our program, so many big wins, first time to win at Vandy, first time to beat Tennessee in 20 plus years. I could sit here and go on, and every time I look up, there's a first. I'm like, wow. We just want to continue to be consistent, though. And as many firsts as we've had, I think the biggest word with us right now is just consistency and continuing to elevate. I think we're doing that in every area of the program. Recruiting right now is unbelievable. We've had two amazing things happen lately with that. No names. We can't wait. We have to wait till signing date. But boy, are we excited about the future and where the program is headed. So from how we've grown the program in every aspect, I think there's a new memory every day. And I'm just truly blessed to be the leader. And 10 years is really cool. So I'm excited. I hope we have 10 more together.
Hey, Coach, we're now less than a month away until the start of the year, and it'll be here before we all know it. So where would you say the team's mentality is as practice has been ramping up and as you get ready to go?
Well, I think our mentality is a mature mentality. We have, returning anytime that you return, 5 starters, and then you add in another group of kids that have a lot of experience. I think that you can move a little faster because you do have some returnees and you do have some experience. So as far as the learning curve, there's still a lot to learn, but it seems to move with a different pace. And I think what they have done for each other is our returnees have done an unbelievable job of setting the tone with our culture, from in practice to out of practice to in the classroom to in the community to the apartment to wherever it be. And I think that has really supported our one freshman and our new faces on how we do things at Alabama. And, we talk a lot about grit, love, and gratitude, and our culture and how we are. So I think when you have action leaders with that and not just vocal leaders, it can really set your learning curve at a different place in all areas of the program.
Hey, Coach. You had 4 players play 30 minutes a game or more last season, especially as you got into the playoffs. You ran a pretty tight rotation. You added 6 newcomers to the squad. How do you foresee them kind of adding to the lineup, maybe giving you some added depth?
Well, I think they're definitely going to add to the lineup. I think when you look at our roster with the experience and how they impacted the transfers, how they impacted their current program that they were out a year ago, and then you look at Carly, an extremely talented freshman, extremely seasoned. All of them are in so many ways in a different place as far as how they understand the game and how they respond every day. So I think it's going to be where it's going to be more ask of them, maybe a few less minutes, and some of them have always played, but it's the front of our chest, and our team has a chance to be really good collectively. And I've seen nothing but that buy-in as we've been in practice. We weekly have changed our teams. We've had different combinations, our special situations, different combinations, and I really like everyone's buy-in, and I think that's going to be really important that we buy into that and understand that our depth is what can make this team special. And so I appreciate their response to that thus far.
Some of the players talked about Carly Weathers' maturity as she's been adjusting to the college game. Just what do you see from her as she's kind of finding her way into this team?
Well, I knew that, I believe I've watched her since she was in the 4th grade. And, she's just not just a special player, but a special human. It's all about those around her. She truly embraces our culture. I mean, she represents it. She's one of the hardest workers in the room in anything that she does. She loves everybody around her. She loves the challenge of every day. And then she does it with a grateful heart. And whatever is asked of her, she does at a really high level. I think the biggest thing with Carly is, that she has an opportunity really to compete for playing time on an experienced team. And it's starting to, I figured she could coming in, but when you actually see her respond to time and score, and she picks up on things. And I think that comes from being a part of a really great high school program that's been traditionally really special. Her mom played at Belmont. Her dad played in the major leagues. Her brother's currently in the major leagues. So she has an athletic family that I think really understands. It's what you put into it. It's what you're going to get back. And she's just responded so well being a freshman. But again, like I mentioned earlier, I think our older kids have had a lot to do with that because how they put their arms around her and said, let's go, and they're excited that she's here with us on this journey.
Hi, Coach. Loyal was in here earlier talking about how sitting on the bench after coming here in December was kind of humbling. How have you seen her just kind of grow and help the team when she couldn't play and then now transitioning to what she's doing on the court during practice?
Well, she just came in every day and competed, and she made those kids better from her approach to practice and her approach of getting in the gym. Loyal is someone that is constantly in the gym, and association brings on assimilation. And Loyal just wants to win. And so I think she's done a great job of really impacting her team with her passion for the game, her work ethic, and it's been contagious with our team. So it's hard to sit out. No one can tell you about it until you go through it, but you can either let it work on you or you work on it. And her response was, I'm going to get in the gym. I'm going to learn the game from a different chair that I think can impact her as a member of our backcourt, whether it's the point guard slot, the 2-guard slot. I think it's really helped her grow cerebrally. So I'm excited for Loyal because, man, what an impact. And she's so fun to be around every day. She just has a zest for the game and life, and she's a really special kid.
Coach, with 6 new players this season, how do you kind of get them to buy into the culture here and adapt to the way that Alabama does things, especially when they're coming from another college program?
Well, I think that it's important in the recruiting process that, number one, that you understand beyond the court the people that you're bringing into the program, and understand, are they a hard worker? Are they selfless? Do they have great character? What do they bring beyond just being a talented basketball player? So I think that our staff did a really good job, and also, too, understand that we communicate who we are in the process. And so when you have that kind of communication, I think you set the tone with that in the recruiting process, and I think when they actually get here, it helps both sides understand and grow together even quicker. We've done a lot away from the court to try to build those relationships. We took a team retreat. A lot of the things that we're doing now, we have a book club. So we're spending times with team leadership and team building. Had Asia Sims Fletcher, who was amazing, come in and talk to them earlier in the week. So from a guest speaker standpoint to spending time on leadership to spending time out and about doing something completely away from the floor, we've tried to do a really good job of getting to know one another. Nobody cares how much I know about the X's and O's. How much do they care about me as people? And that's what I feel like our staff has really tried to embrace. And that also our kids have tried to embrace that about us and getting to know one another and the communication. So as far as how we manage that, I think that at the end of the day, playing time is earned, but it's also our responsibility to build relationships and open the lines of communication along the way.
Coach, have you noticed any one aspect of the team from a fundamental standpoint that you would say has improved the most compared to last year?
Well, I know this. I know 2 things have to improve. We have to be a better rebounding team, without question, which, is the same as being a better defensive team. Because if you're a better defensive team, you're going to be able to get one stop. So I think those are 2 things that I've seen growth. but by no means are we satisfied. We have a long way to go with it. We have to defend and rebound. And so from our breakdown drills to the system that we're installing, the expectation is either defend and rebound or come sit down. Obviously, we love to make sure in the recruiting process that we sign shooters, and we want to score the ball early and often, and we want to play fast. But at the end of the day, you've got to defend and rebound, and that's something our team has to improve at. So when you say, what have you seen the improvement, I think it's been the expectation and the way we've tried to teach that that's the expectation. We've got to be better defensively, and we've got to rebound the ball.
As an HBCU grad, I couldn't help but notice you have Alabama A&M and Norfolk State on the schedule, and you played Bethune-Cookman last year. Of course, every opponent is important, but could you just elaborate on specifically playing HBCU programs this season?
I think that's is really special, and it's something that definitely we embrace within our program. It fell that way because we always want to try and schedule within our region, and we have so much respect for Alabama State and the program they're building there. And, we always try and play, maybe a SWAC member because we think that's important to continue to build those relationships across our lines and obviously within our state. I know that we are very, very proud to make sure that, we continue to support their programs, and I know that they support our program and how we can work together. We have some fun promotions that we're going to continue to build around those games. I know that Megan and Jada and I have met, and we have what's Project ID. It's a program within our life skills program that they're working really hard on to coordinate around those games. So we're excited about some things we're going to announce with that as we continue to, work together and love each other. I thought we talk about our core values, just grit, love, and gratitude, and we're really excited about those games. And excited for our promotions and everything we're doing with Project ID, and Meg and Jada leading the way with that. Hey, thank y'all for coming out today. It really means a lot. Have a great week. Stay dry today. We needed the rain. Hopefully it'll just be here for a day. Roll Tide.